Hi, and welcome back to my channel, or greetings if you're here for the first time. My name's Nikki, and today I'd like to share just a few tips with you about how to get writing practice in for your target language or languages. Now, writing is one of the skills that people often consider the hardest, along with speaking. And I think the reason that writing feels that way is less about the writing itself and more because people don't know how to approach it. They don't know what to write. So I just want to give you a few suggestions today, both for what to write and how to then get some feedback on it. In terms of what to write, you will often hear people talk about writing a diary as a really good option. This certainly has some good points, but it also has quite a few pitfalls. Now, to my mind, if you're like me and you have a day job, your days are going to be very, very similar for most of the week. So trying to write a daily journal is going to become boring very, very quickly if basically what you're writing from one day to the next is 95% the same. Certainly you'll cement some vocab and grammar, which is good for a few days, but you're going to become bored very quickly after that, and you're not going to see any progress because you're not going to be pushing yourself to use new words, new expressions, new grammar. If you look around on the internet, you will find quite a few prompts for writing, with the thought being for writing in a foreign language. What sort of questions can you ask yourself that you could write about? From a beginner level, you might think about things like, oh, what are your hobbies? What's your morning routine? What sort of music do you like? Those kinds of questions. As you move into an intermediate level, you might think about what's your dream job? Um, as you move into an advanced level, you can think about things like, how do you imagine yourself 10 years in the future? How do you think other people view you? And does that change as they get to know you? Um, there's all a sort of huge range of questions out there. If, like me, you're also a reader and enjoy watching dramas and films, you could also consider reviewing some of the things you read and watch, writing in your target language. Now, you've done the writing, you've been diligent for your half hour or an hour, you've got your paragraph or two in front of you. How do you get feedback? There are a few options here. If you have a language exchange partner on one of the language exchange apps, you could definitely ask them to have a look at it for you and give you any corrections. Similarly, if you use a website such as italki for conversation practice, you can ask your tutor or your conversation partner there to have a look for you. Perhaps you can combine it with some speaking practice by reading it out to them. Finally, if you don't really have any sort of that single person who you can go to, you could use a website such as Journaly, which I use myself. Just have the basic free plan on there if I can get my matinee teeth out. And on there, you can post your writing and receive feedback for free from a native speaker. And in turn, it's nice if you then help out and give some feedback to someone who's writing in your language. So I hope that's been of help. It's just a few simple thoughts. For those who like working from books, you may even find some books out there that focus on writing practice. I know I have one for Korean that is a series of prompts. It gives you a few passages to read, plus a grammar point to learn and use, and then you write your own answer to the question they've posed at the end. So I have been using that a lot, and as I write my answers, I then post them on Journaly and get feedback on my writing from there. I hope it's been of help. I'll be back next month with another vlog, and I will see you all then. Bye for now, everyone.